Okay, when I was seeing what is the per capita income of Indians, then it is coming at 18,000 or 20,000 rupees per month. The people where 50% of people they do not have one time food, they do not have two time food in India. Their government is showing to the world that our every person earns 20,000 rupees per month. That is a good amount if someone is not purchasing gold, someone is not purchasing kind of petrol or diesel. If someone is living normal life, then 20,000 rupees per month is well more than enough today. If he is not living in a city or town or somewhere, then 20,000 rupees per month is not a less amount. So a person from India, he earns 20,000 rupees per month or 18,000 rupees per month. This is called per capita income. How they calculate is they calculate the GDP of the country, gross domestic product. How much country is producing finished good worth item every year. Finished good means if I make a football, then that is considered as finished good. It is getting sold or not, that is different issue. But when I am making a football and it is of worth some money, then if I am making 1,000 football in an year, whatever money is coming, that will be considered as that what is the worth of that product will be considered as GDP of the country. Means how much production is happening in the country every year, worth. How much worth production? If someone is making agricultural product, then that will come in the country's GDP. Someone is making apartment, building, or whatsoever. These are finished products. Someone is making car, someone is making motorcycle, or whatsoever. Someone is raising a horse that is sellable. Someone is raising ox that is sellable. So these item comes in GDP. How much a country is producing finished good to be sold out, that worth if someone amass it, aggregate it, then that is called GDP of the country. GDP of the country divided by number of people in the country, that comes as per year income of each person, per capita income in the country, per capita income. Okay, so per person income in India is 20,000 rupees. Anyway, this is a fake one. First of all, anyway, there are many caveat here. Anyway, in India, only one person, Ambani family, they hold 10% of the country wealth. 10% of country wealth is in one person, not 1% of the person. One person hold 10% of the country wealth. 5% of the people in India, they hold 87% of the country wealth. Means 95% of the people in India, they are in 17% of the GDP only. Anyway, whatsoever. I was trying to see in SAARC country. There are 8 countries in SAARC group of countries in association. SAARC means South Asia Association for the Regional Cooperation. There are 8 countries: Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Maldiv. Then I was trying to see which country is the wealthiest country. Means where the people, every person per capita income is highest in which country. Which country has, all are agriculture based country only, except Maldives, where fishery and tourism is the main sector of income. Tourists, they go lot in Maldives and fishery. They sell fish. Otherwise, more or less, everyone has agriculture only as their main income. From India, India has some industrial sector, or India main income is the foreign direct investment (FDI). Otherwise, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, the main income is agriculture one. So I was trying to see how wealthy the people in SAARC countries, in SAARC country, as far as the per capita income, which country people are the most prosperous in SAARC group of nations. This is what I was trying to see, and how much people they live in the country, what is the area of country, and then what is the population density per square kilometer, how many people live in these countries. Because they also means, how prosperity also means that you should not be highly dense population, you should not be highly sparse population also in between. So they say these are the, means how much people are happy in each country in SAARC nation out of 8 countries. Then I was trying to see which country people are the most happiest people in the, I can say, close Indian subcontinent. Indian subcontinent is very big. Tibet and Kasi Kasgar, that is Xinjiang province, Mongolia, till Mongolia, it is Indian subcontinent, and till the Nile Delta in Egypt, and till this Philippines and this side Indonesia, Papua New Guinea. That much is Indian subcontinent, very big. But the close Indian subcontinent called SAARC nation. So, what is the prosperity of SAARC nation? That we will see. I have documentation on that. We will see how prosperous the people are in SAARC countries. Okay, I was trying to make a table. I don't know where the table is. Okay, so I have a few parameters against each country. That is GDP of the country. How much country produces finished goods. Finished goods. Goods should be sellable. It's not that I'm making a football and it is half the way through. So that is not sellable. Finished good. And then GDP per capita, area of the country, population of the country, and density per square kilometer, how many people live. Okay, we'll start with Afghanistan. So Afghanistan GDP is $14.5 billion. That much worth finished product they make, mainly into agriculture, dry fruits and cocaine, opium. These are the income of Afghanistan. Per capita income in Afghanistan is $364 per year. That will come in Indian rupee as around 3,000 rupees per month. 3,000 rupees per month. Afghanistan. Afghanistan area is around 6,052 square kilometer. I'm sorry, 652,000 square kilometer. More than half a million square kilometer. Okay, India is 3.3 million square kilometer. 33 lakhs square kilometer. Means in India, 5 Afghanistan will come into the picture. This big India is. Okay, around 4.1 crore people live in Afghanistan, and density is 64 people per square kilometer live. So density is not very high. 64 people per square kilometer they live in Afghanistan. It's a mainly a mountainous and terrain region at very high altitude. It completely comes under snow in winter. There is no monsoon rain, and more or less people are dependent upon the kind of mountain ice that melt and become a river. So on those water only people depend, because there is no potentially monsoon rain. The weather is Central Asia weather. Pakistan, Afghanistan GDP is $14.5 billion. Pakistan GDP is $410 billion on paper. Per person earns $1,707 per year. That will come around in Indian rupees. 13,000 rupees per month. That is very high. 13,000. Okay, area of Pakistan is 880,000 square kilometer. Means in India, 4 Pakistan will come. Population is 24 crore and density is 273 people per square kilometer, quite higher than Afghanistan. 273 people they live per square kilometer. It was not even 60, it was 60 70 in 1947. That much growth population Pakistan saw. Anyway, Maldiv, the GDP of Maldiv is $7.2 billion. GDP of Afghanistan is $14.5 billion. Maldiv is $7.2 billion, half of Afghanistan. GDP per capita is one per capita is $17,287 per year. That will come around 1.2 lakhs rupees per month. A person in Maldives he earns 1.2 lakhs rupees, Indian rupees per month. 298 square kilometer is area of Maldives. It is set of mal means mala, garland. The shape of the island country is like a garland in Sanskrit called mal. So the net area of all the islands are 298 square kilometer only. Malé is the capital and the most populous. Okay, population is around 0.6 million, 600,000 people they live in Maldives, 600,000 to 69. And then 1,728 people live per square kilometer, quite high density. Lot of tourists they go there in Maldives. So the per month, the per capita income in Maldives is very high, 1.2 lakhs rupees per month. Anyway, let's talk about Sri Lanka. $98.98 billion is the GDP of Sri Lanka. $98.98 billion. And the per person income per year is $4,516 per year. 4,516. In Indian rupee, it will come at 33,000 rupees per month average Sri Lankan is getting. That is very, very high. 33,000 rupees per month. Anyway, its area wise, it is Sri Lanka is 67,240 square kilometer. It is 10 times less than Afghanistan and 12 or 13 times less than Pakistan. Population is 2.2 crore and density is 337 people live per square kilometer. So I would say now the GDP per capita is very high of Sri Lanka. 33,000 rupees per month every person is getting. Bangladesh, the GDP is $475 billion higher than Pakistan. Bangladesh per GDP per capita is $2,730 per year. It will come as 20,000 rupees per month. A Bangladeshi is getting Indian rupee. Means Bangladesh people are very rich the way the data is showing. Area wise it is 14,000. Area wise it is 148,460 kilometers square. That will come around 5 to 6 times less than Pakistan. Population is 17 crore and density is 1,165 people living per square kilometer. That is very, very high. Only less than Maldives. That's it. Okay, let's talk about Bhutan. Three $3.42 billion is the GDP of Bhutan. Very less. $4,300 per year a person is getting. That will come around 34,000 rupees per month. 34,000 rupees per month a Bhutanese is getting per month in Indian rupee. Bhutan area is 38,394 square kilometer. That will come around 1/20th side of Pakistan. Population is around 777,486 people live. One less than I believe 1 million people they live. Okay, and 20 people they live per square kilometer. It is a Himalayan region. Very less people live in Bhutan. Nepal $50 billion is the country GDP, and each person gets $1,460 per year. It will come at 10,000 Indian rupees per year. So people are poor if I see Pakistan kind of country. Area is 147,000 square kilometer, 147,516. Okay, or 1,47,000 square kilometer, 1.5 times more than Bihar state. Okay, and it is less than Uttar Pradesh. Population wise, it is 3.1 crore and 180 people per square kilometer live in Nepal. Let's talk about India. India, the GDP is $4.13 trillion. $4.13 trillion is the GDP of India. GDP per capita is 2020 dollar per year. Pakistan is 1,707, Afghanistan 364, Maldives 17,287, Sri Lanka $4,516 per year, Bangladesh $2,730 per year, Bhutan $4,300 per year, Nepal $1,460 per year, India $2,820 per year of each person get. That will come around 20,000 rupees per month. Area is 33 lakhs of square kilometer, 3.3 million square kilometer. Population is around 142 crore. 142 crore. Next highest is Pakistan, that is 24 crore. So I believe from Pakistan it will come more than 6 times, 7 times. Density is 431 people live per square kilometer. Very, very high. Very high. Anyway, so if I see per month income of the people, the number one is Maldiv. That will is 1.2 lakh rupees per month every person is getting there. Next would come, I believe, Bhutan, 34,000 rupees per month. Next will be Sri Lanka, 33,000 rupees per month. Next will come as I believe Bangladesh, 20,000 rupees per month. India, 20,000 rupees per month. Then next it will come as Pakistan, 13,000 rupees per month. Then it will come as Nepal, 10,000 rupees per month, and Afghanistan, 3,000 Indian rupees per month. Then I was really seeing that really the GDP, because per capita income is GDP divided by the population. Then I was seeing that in India, one person has 10% of the wealth. 5% population of India, 5% population in India, they carry 87% of the wealth. In that manner, I would rather say next 95% of the bottom 95% of the people, they have 10% of the GDP what they are showing. More or less 2,000 rupees per month, 95% of the population is getting in India. Then I was seeing for the Pakistan, 1% of the people in Pakistan, they hold 54% of the wealth. 1% of the Pakistani, they hold 54% of the wealth of the country. More or less, we can go with the same fundamental with Pakistan also by 10. Means around 1,300 rupees, Indian rupees per month a Pakistani gets. 99% of the Pakistan, or if I, whatever, something like that. Okay, if I talk about Sri Lanka, where average income is 33,000 rupees per month, 4% of Sri Lankans, they hold 50% of the wealth of the country. Same situation. In Indian subcontinent, money is in hand of very few people. Same condition of Sri Lanka. If I divide by 10, around 3,300 Indian rupees per month a Sri Lanka gets. Then I was seeing Bangladesh. 10% of people in Bangladesh, they hold 60% of the wealth of Bangladesh. Better than India. Better than India. Where 5% of people hold 87% of the wealth. 1% in Pakistan hold 54% of the wealth. Okay, so this is what Bangladesh is. In Bhutan, these are the wealthy country I am seeing. 20% of the people hold 40% of the wealth. Better. Okay, moral. This is what I found out. So I would rather say, if I see the prosperity of the people, then Maldivians are number one, way, way away. Next, if I see, then Bhutanese are number two. Third number, if I see, then it is Bangladeshi people. They are comes in third number. Fourth number, if I see, then it is Sri Lankan people. They are like this. Otherwise, all are, all are very poor. What I can say about it. Anyway, congratulations to Maldiv being the richest country in Indian subcontinent, and I believe Afghanistan has to ramp up. The condition is very pathetic in Afghanistan. Getting detached from India, chasing out Hindu and Sikh population. This is the result of Afghanistan. They have to they have to live with a mentality that religion is very small thing. You change the cloth like that, someone change the religion. Religion is that much only. They have to invite everyone, people from Afghanistan, Sikh and Hindu population, their local population. Lot of people live in Europe, lot of people live in India as immigrants. So they have to go back to Afghanistan and all are Afghan, neither Muslim nor Hindu nor Sikh. And then they have to focus on the country's development. So one side Maldives is there, which die because of the die because of their tourism. So much tourism happened, and Afghanistan where tourism is zero, and tourism is infinite. Income is infinite. Income is zero. I believe Afghanistan has to improve. I cannot talk about India. India is very different kind of country. Just see the what I can.